Tom. Welcome to a brand new week. I guess there was some stuff that I wanted to go over yesterday. It's Tuesday right now. There's some stuff I wanted to go over yesterday that I didn't get a chance to because right now we're on the road to Connecticut. We're at our first stop. Gotta charge up the car. We're sitting here at a gas station at Italy, Texas, which is just south of Dallas. Got Manatee with me. He's been a curious pup looking around. I'm trying to get him to lie down in the car, but like he just doesn't want to lie down in the car. Maybe if I move this backpack out of the way, he'll actually want to lie down. But anyway, making the long 3-day trek back to Connecticut. Once I'm done filming this portion of the vlog, I'm gonna call my parents just to let them know where I am and yada yada yada, and maybe they can help me figure out hotel situations because I've never done a really long road trip like this by myself. So, I mean, I've flown places, and usually I like book hotels in advance, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to places and yada yada yada. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Who knows what traffic's gonna be like throughout this entire trip? Anyway, last night's D&D session was a lot of fun. We took on pretty much the big bad of our campaign, which subverted expectations, and we did something that we weren't supposed to do. I'll just leave it at that. You can go watch it over on the World of IO YouTube page, but yeah, we did something we weren't supposed to do, and it had results that are going to affect the other campaigns in the World of IO. At least one other campaign. So, yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. But anyway, I got 10 minutes left to the charge here. I wonder if there's anything else going on. The drive so far has been pretty uneventful. Austin to here in Italy, Texas was about 2.5 hours. About 150 miles. Let me see where my next leg is going to take me to. Texarkana. Which, according to this, is going to be another 3 hours. And at the charge that I'm at right now, I'm gonna be left at a very low percentage of battery life here in the car for how long this is gonna take me. The goal for tonight is to get to Jackson, Tennessee, which, according to this, if everything goes smoothly, I should be getting there at around 10 p.m., 10:15. So, it is what it is, and we'll have to see how that goes. So hopefully this trek will be smooth, and I'll check back with you all once I make it to my to my destination for the night of Jackson, Tennessee. I'm quite a ways away in just one day. Not the place I would have thought for a Tesla charging station, but here we are. Second leg of the trip, about 3.5 hours in. We are in Texarkana, which is right on the border of, I believe, Texas and Arkansas? I'll have to check my map. I think it might be like a tri-state area kind of thing. Yeah, it's got to be Arkansas. Just made my way here. It's the drive's been good. There was a lot of traffic between Dallas and here, but I think I still made pretty good time. It was around 4:30 when I got in. It's about 5:15 now. It took about 40 minutes for the car to charge up. Had a very interesting conversation with a colorful gentleman. Came up to me asking about the Tesla, and then proceeded to get very political and very religious. And I just kind of yes-anded my way through that conversation. Just I'm not gonna get into what he said. Very much. I just basically, like, all I had to do was just like deflect and use knowledge I had growing up from being raised Catholic to allow myself to get through that conversation civilly. Anyway, next leg of the journey is going to take us about wait, is that right? 2 hours and 45 minutes. There we go. Or we'll be ending up in Brinkley, Arkansas, where we'll do another charge for 30 minutes, and then from there it's on to the final stop for the night, which is Jackson, Tennessee. So I'll check back with you all in at Brinkley, Arkansas. At the third leg of our journey, because I got to jump from supercharger to supercharger, as this thing doesn't have a gas tank, it has, a battery. is taking us to the little burg of Brinkley, Arkansas. Hard to tell very late at night here, but or not very late at night. It's only like it's about 9 p.m. Planning on getting into my last stop of Jackson, Tennessee at around 11 o'clock. But interesting thing happened while I was here. As I got out to take Manatee out to stretch, two dogs appeared in the area behind me. I think I dropped the lens cap somewhere. There we go. Two dogs appeared in the area behind me back here. And one of them was wearing a collar that was like blinking. It was like blinking blue, so it must have been like somebody's like it must have been somebody's what do you call it? It must have been somebody's dog. So, you know, couldn't have been all could have been all the bad. I'm sorry. I saw somebody getting into their car like across the parking lot, and I thought I was witnessing a break-in. Not the case though. I think they just closed up the smoke shop that I'm parked in front of for the night. So yeah, but anyway, he was very excited to see those dogs. But I wanted to make sure that he was far enough away from them where they weren't going to cause him any issue. Because, you know, going to the park is one thing. A lot of people bring their dogs there, know that their dogs are good around other people and dogs. Finding two random dogs that are wandering around, even if they have collars, you know, they might not have their vaccinations, they might not be neutered and all that jazz. I don't want him getting involved with that. On the way, I stopped for food. We just picked up some McDonald's. 2 cheeseburger, medium fry, and medium drink. There's a McDonald's just across the way over here, where the Golden Arches are. There's a Sonic. I might stop in. I have to use the bathroom anyway, so I'm probably going to stop into the McDonald's once I'm done charging here and take advantage of their facilities. And it just got brighter because that van I was talking about that I thought somebody was breaking into just drove by me. So, yeah, probably going to use McDonald's facilities and maybe fill up on a drink. Get a little bit more caffeine in me to make the last leg of the journey. Should be getting into there around like 11, like 11:30 maybe. Let me see. Does it tell me how far away I am? It says I'll be getting there at around like 11:15. With, if I were to just go right now, with around, how long is it? With 6% battery life left. So the plan is once I get to Jackson, check into a hotel, one that allows dogs, possibly a La Quinta, because I know they allow dogs. Spend the night, sleep till morning, check out, and then charge the car. Just so I got a fresh battery going in the morning, and there's no like possible waste from like Sentry mode or something like that, which is the mode where when the car is in park and like people walk by or like things just happen nearby, like the sensors, it'll pick that up and record footage of it. So anyway, I've got like 5 minutes left on this charge, and then we are going to head out to Jackson, Tennessee. And I'll see you all in the hotel. Finally made it to our destination at wherever this is. Jackson, Tennessee. Staying at a Super Motel 8. And, yeah, Manatee is not happy. So we're going to just spend the night here. I'm going to make this really quick because I'm exhausted. Going to spend the night here, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to try to get pretty much all the way through Virginia, which is about like a 12 to 13 hour drive, including the stops I have to make to charge the car. And then, so even if I could do that, then it's only 9 hours from Virginia to Connecticut. So, you know, try to make things work as I can. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed. Good night. It is Wednesday. Just arrived here at, I think this is Nashville. Yes, we're just in the outskirts of Nashville right now. He's still doing well, except he refuses to eat because he's a jerk. Hopefully that'll change as the trip goes on. He's been a little bit stressed. But yeah, we're just here in a parking lot for a Target right now. Charger's right behind me. So that's how I've been keeping this up, is those Tesla chargers, because those superchargers are a godsend. And something interesting happened the last 2 times I went to charge my Tesla at these superchargers. Normally, I would be charged for this. So what the hell is going on here? I have no idea. So, yeah, It's about like I can continue the trip now, but it's like it's like 5 miles as it's measured here to being completely full. So you know, I'm just gonna let it charge to, well, completely full is relative because I have like a charge limit on it, so it doesn't like drain the battery. It's a whole thing. So yeah, just gonna let this finish out, and then we'll be on the road. The next leg of the trip is to Knoxville, from Nashville to Knoxville, and from what I could tell, it's gonna be the longest leg of the trip at 3.5 hours. It looked like it was gonna be 2.5 hours, but I didn't account for the time zone change. So you know, that'll be interesting. Hopefully he'll eat some of his food later on, and you know, we'll have a good trip, and maybe some more interesting stories like that guy from yesterday who asked me about my relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ. We'll see. I don't get it. We've been at this charger for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and it only cost me a cent. Something doesn't seem right about that. We are in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, just doing a little bit of charging here. Some shopping over that way at Burger King. It's a Five Guys up there, up the hill here, where I got some fries. I just want to get fries because at Target I got like a decent meal. I just got like vegetable dumplings or something. But it was like 3 servings of the vegetable dumplings, so I ate the entire package. So I came here and I wanted to get a little snack, and I also wanted something to mix in with his food so that way he'd actually eat. Manatee. Manatee? What are you looking at, buddy? Manatee. Anyway, he hasn't been eating much, so I mixed in some fries into his food, and I never realized how the egregious amount of fries they gave you at Five Guys. I mean, I've known about it, but I never saw the method of how they give you the fries. So, like, I ordered the smallest one because I just wanted a little snack and a little something to mix in with his food. The person there, and they do this for every side, I ordered the smallest size of fries I can get. The person there makes the fries, gets a little scoop thing, scoops, shaka into the cup, puts that in the bag. Great, let me get that. Nope, let me go ahead and take this container and put more fries into it than I put in the cup, and then dump that in the bag. I'm sitting, I am looking on in horror as I'm witnessing this, because I'm just like, I wanted the small fries. Do they pride themselves on making fresh fries for, like, every customer? Because if that's the only reason I can see why they would give me that amount of fries. Unless, like, potatoes and peanut oil and salt are dirt cheap. My God. I didn't want that many. I also got a cherry Coke as well, because I love my sugar water, and I have to have my sugar water. At any rate, he's still having trouble, like, getting comfortable in the car. I think he's a little bit mad at me right now, because I forced him to eat his food. I mean, I just mixed fries in there and he ate it on his own, but still, I want to make sure he was fed. At any rate, though, we got about 2 minutes left of charging to continue the trip, and I'm going to go a little bit further than that and charge it to the full amount. Well, the full amount that I have it set to. And then, where is our next stop? It's somewhere in Virginia. Wytheville, Virginia, it looks like. And that is, let's see. That is, oh, that's going to be the longest leg of this journey. Wow. That is going to be 3 hours and 40 minutes. No, I'm reading that wrong. 2 hours and 40 minutes away. Never mind. That's not nearly as long as I thought it was going to be. After that, though, is going to be a pretty long leg, I guess. We'll have to see. 2 minutes away from being able to continue the trip, but like I said, I'm going to charge it a little bit more, because why not? Apparently, I'm not paying for any of this, so, you know, that works out for me. What it might be? No, I have no idea where... Okay, my thought initially was, like, maybe they had, like solar panels nearby that would, like, charge the chargers all day, and it would use that from the electricity before it took from, like, a reserve electricity before it took from, like, the grid. But I don't see anything that would constitute, like, solar panels or any sort of, like, storage near these, so I have no idea why I haven't been charged for the last, like, 4 times I've charged the car. Who knows? Anyway, I will see you guys again after the sun goes down and I am in Virginia. So I skipped our third stop for the evening, which was at Wytheville, Wytheville. And yeah, the charger there was like almost impossible to find. It was it was like way far in the back next to a hotel. But anyway, I'm here at Woodstock, Virginia. This is not where the charger is, but this is the closest hotel that would take dogs that wasn't awful. That to the charger that I'm heading to in the next town that I'm going to, whose name I can't remember. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing on that hotel name. Manatee's doing well. I managed to get him to eat. Well, like I said before, I managed to get him to eat with the fries. Hi, bud. You doing good? He's doing good. I gotta make sure he doesn't rip that tennis ball bone thing because that's a new one I bought him because he already ripped up the other one. I think he learned that from Lummox. Anyway, I figured out the issue with the charging price. It was charging me, it just wasn't showing me the price. It's, I guess, just like a visual bug or something like that. And it wasn't like outrageous. It was like what I expected the charges to be for the supercharging. Would have been nice if it was free, but you know. Oh well. I got my Tesla just a touch too late. Anywho, gonna head to bed here. We are, I think, 9 hours outside of like 8 or 9 hours outside of Connecticut, and you could travel the entire state in like an hour and a half depending on traffic. So it's not gonna. Once we hit the border of Connecticut, it's gonna be smooth sailing from here, just getting there. But anyway, we are going to bed. I think he is very sick of the car. But he's also licking himself right now and making really disgusting noises. But anyway, we are going to go to bed. And, yeah. Tomorrow, I think I've got 1 or 2 stops. Well, I technically have 2 stops before I reach Connecticut because I have to charge up the car tomorrow. So 2 stops, and then I'm back home in Connecticut for the holidays. I think that'll be a lot of fun. See you tomorrow. It is Thursday. I was a little screwed up because the hotel didn't have a hair dryer, so I couldn't style it the way I wanted it to. And he's still doing good, though I think he's fading fast. I think he would much rather be out of the car and doing other things. I did take him for a little walk. We got 20 minutes left here on the charge, at least according to this. And then this is the last stop of the tour. I guess like the last stop. Technically the last stop is the destination, but this is the last stop before I make it to Connecticut. So super excited about that. I can't wait for him to meet the rest of the family. He can meet my my nephew. I get to meet my nephew. I've only seen my nephew once, and it was a very fleeting experience because it was at a wedding during the height of the pandemic. So I was very far away from my nephew when I met him. So, you know. At any rate, he's doing the best that he can. You alright, buddy? What are you doing? You chewing on your butt? So I left, I left Woodstock, Virginia at around 10 a.m. and then only drove for about like 10 minutes before heading to Strasburg, which was my next set charge for this trip. So yeah, I charged in Strasburg, and there was a really nice view out over the hills there. I took a picture of it. Future Tom, when you're editing this, don't be a lazy piece of crap, and remember to put that photo in there. It's on your phone or on Twitter. You could check one of the two. Just make sure that this place I'm sitting in right now is like a goddamn Tesla dealership. Like, I don't want to point because it's rude, but there are every single slot at this Tesla station is filled to the point where on the thing here it says charging limit set to 80% adjusted needed because it's a high usage supercharger station. So basically they just don't want me staying here and wasting everybody else's time. I'm gonna do that anyway. I set it back to 90% because I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to getting on the road here. Stopped at Subway. Got one of my usual sandwiches, which is pretty much my usual sandwich is urban cheese bread, and then whatever meat you want to throw on there. For me, it's usually turkey or tuna, and then spinach, tomato, onions, and jalapenos for the vegetables, and then top that off with their sriracha sauce. I like their sriracha. It's it feels, I don't know if this is accurate, but it feels spicier than like standard sriracha sauce. I don't know why that is. Also tried their caramel apple cookies, which were good, but man, they're rich. They're very rich. I got 3 of them. I've eaten 1, and I'm gonna save the rest for later. I left the fries back at the hotel. That's gonna make getting him to eat a little bit more difficult. Bud, hi bud. You just keeping a watchful eye? That's the one thing about this dog, about any Shar Pei really, is that I mean, I guess you could see it when I pointed the camera at him. The car next to me is also a Tesla. It's like the next like 5 cars down are Teslas that way, and the 5 cars down that are that way are Teslas, all plugged in at the charging stations here. One thing about Shar Peis though is that they were bred to be guard dogs. So even though he's had no formal training in keeping a watchful eye out, he likes to watch around the world around him and keep guard. He'll bark at like cars and people and whatnot. Like he'll bark at the doorbell, and he'll bark at people walking across the people that are walking by my house at night. And he'll bark at like the doorbell ringing and like cars that are pulling up. But like, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, what would the dog do if he actually caught the car? Because I feel like any of these people who like approached after like he's barking, he would just be all like tail wagging and happy to see them. I mean, he's a very happy and curious dog, and I hope he stays that way his whole life, honestly. But yeah, well, he's let's see, almost 11 and a half months old. Time is really flying for you, huh, buddy? January 3rd is his birthday, so I'll have to do a celebration for him when I get home. I'm definitely getting home before January 3rd, but a little celebration here and there. Anyway, gonna finish charging up the car, and then we'll be on our way. And the next place we'll be is Connecticut. Back at home, seeing the family, having the dogs meet for the first time, and see if they get along well. I hope they do. Oh man, like not from the last clip, obviously, from Austin to here, like 32 hours later on the open road, finally here. He's being him. You all right, buddy? He sees Sputnik here and is wondering exactly what's going on. They did have some meetings before. He's a little bit stressed out from being in a situation where there's a lot of new things going on right now. New dog, new place, new people. Like my sister, she's new people.
Hello.
Mom's not new people. Manatee met Mom.
Does Manatee have to go OUT?
No, he's fine. I took him out. I took him out in Madison.
Because he had all that water when he got here, so.
He's fine for now. Trust me. So yeah, so far the first meeting hasn't been the best. Sputnik is a very vocal player, and Manatee is still stressed to hell. So there's probably going to be a little bit of friction in the beginning there, but I think they'll get to know each other better. If I got here during the daytime, I think it would have been a little bit better. But right now, there is a sleeping baby and a sleeping dad in the house. So, like that Milton Bradley game, Don't Wake Daddy. But yeah, I'm here. Childhood home. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming home for Christmas.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, it feels good to be home, especially after 30 hours of driving.
How many miles?
Like 1,600.
Wow.
I put so many miles on that car. I've driven more in that car these past 3 days than I have the entire time I've had it. But the car did make the trip a lot easier. The safety features very much helped. The sensors, the cameras, the autopilot. I'm usually very tense when I drive. The autopilot kind of took the pressure off that, and my shoulders don't hurt as much anymore now that I've driven for that long. Always when I drive, like for the longest time, when I drive for like long periods at a time, I'd be like tense at the wheel, and when I'd stop, put my shoulders down, and then it'd be like a huge pain going from my shoulder up my neck. But out with the Tesla, because Is he all right?
Who?
Spud.
Yeah, he just has this leash all tangled up there. There you go. There you go.
Spud's a good boy too, but he's very used to being the
Only dog.
well. He's very used to now he's used to being the only dog. He was very used to being the baby before,
Yeah.
and now
Now he's an old man.
and now I've brought a baby, and there's also a human baby in here, my nephew Jack, whom I don't know if I'll be showing on this vlog because of YouTube's policies against showing children in videos. But we'll see. Yeah, no, it's like this whole like child labor law. Like it's partly like child labor law thing, and partly because there are a lot of sick people on the internet.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
So they have limited advertising policies on content that has children in it.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a still image. It is Friday. Slept like a log last night, and it's the evening. Finished the D&D session. It was like it's still going on right now actually, but I finished the part that was involving me and my character. Got the family all here for dinner, as well as my nephew, whom I will not show due to YouTube. You can hear him though. I think he's a little bit upset that he's not going to be shown on this, but due to YouTube policies, he will not be shown in this feature film. What are you doing, Manatee? He's sitting over on like a little is that like Jack's play area over there?
How come you show Manatee? He's younger than Jack.
Because he's a dog and YouTube doesn't have very consistent policies.
Get it together, YouTube.
Yeah, seriously. What is this though that Manatee's sitting on? It's like a mat or something.
I think it's a dog bed.
That's Jack's place.
It's a dog bed that the dog won't use, but Jack will use.
Oh,
A combination dog toddler bed.
you enjoying that? Well, I think I brushed his I'm very zoomed in. I think I got a shot of his legs there. Oh no, I'm gonna get demonetized. Anyway, we're gonna enjoy ourselves some dinner, and then who knows what else for the rest of the night. It is actually Wednesday morning, but let's pretend for all intents and purposes that it is Sunday. Patrick, Kara, Beth, and Jack all went back to their home in Ohio. Manatee is trying to eat the tinsel off the tree. Buddy, cut it out. Manatee, stop licking. Stop licking the ornaments. Silly little dog. Watched a few comedy specials, and then we had the end of that big boss battle I played in D&D on Brett's campaign went really well, at least from our end. But everybody defeated their boss in their own way, so it worked out. I think our group was the only one that actually killed our boss, but ours was the first and easiest, and also weakened by our efforts. And the other two had to take efforts to banish their foes, but it went well. It all went well. And then Misdemeanor had their finale on Saturday, and that was super engaging. I could not look away from my screen the entire time. I'm not fully caught up in Misdemeanor, but they referenced stuff that I had seen before, so I was I'm slowly turning it into the #1 super fan here of that. But yeah, what do we got coming up? A friend of mine, an old friend of mine from high school, but I've kept up with them since. It's coming over on Wednesday, and we've got the finale of the Braun campaign on Tuesday. Christmas is this Saturday. I think we've got a Christmas Eve party on Friday, so that's all going to be well and good. Anyway, I had quite the journey up here. I think I actually already did talk about it, but I didn't really go into much detail about the D&D stuff. But anyway, I had quite the journey up here, but we're home here in we're at my parents' house, which I can consider my home, as I've lived here for quite a while. Didn't always live here. There was a move at one point when I was in elementary school, which is good because it was early enough where it wasn't like I'd be moving into fully established high school and middle school cliques. So, and the time we moved here was fine. Feel bad for my older siblings though. At any rate, that's it for the week. Travel was smooth for the most part. Some traffic here and there. But overall good. Manatee. Hey, stay away from the tree, buddy. Manatee. I swear, bud. No regard for other people's property. Manatee. He's had some good times as well. He's been enjoying exploring around my old neck of the woods. As well as meeting Sputnik. But yeah. That's going to be it for this week. I hope you all had a good one. I had a good one. I'm really close. And now I'm further away. I had a good week. I hope you all did too, and I will see you all in the next one. Later!